when will the Stephen Lawrence documentary air on the BBC? The documentary series will be starting tonight, Tuesday, April 17, on BBC One at 9 p.m. The three-part BBC series will run for the next 3 evenings in the same time slot. The episodes are called The Loss of Joy, The System, and Corruption and Conviction. Stephen, the murder that changed a nation, comes 25 years after the 18-year-old was fatally stabbed at a bus stop in a horrific unprovoked attack by a group of white youths. The program has been made by Oscar-winning filmmakers Asif Kapadia and James Gay-Rees, who are behind the critically acclaimed Amy Winehouse documentary. What is the Stephen Lawrence documentary about? Stephen Lawrence was a promising young student who was murdered in a racially motivated and brutal assault simply due to the color of his skin. The series will follow Stephen's mother Doreen Lawrence and her 25-year struggle for justice. Stephen, the murder that changed a nation, marks nearly 25 years since the teen's death on the night of April 22, 1993. According to the BBC, the program will look at the case, including the police investigations, dramatic interventions from Nelson Mandela and the Daily Mail, revelations of institutional racism in the police and suspicions of corruption. The synopsis states, "This landmark 3-part series is the definitive account of a loving family and a grieving mother, who simply would not take no for an answer, and who took on the establishment and forced it to change." Stephen, the murder that changed a nation will cover a quarter of a century and the effects that the ING has had on the justice system since then. The story is told by those directly impacted, including the Lawrence family, Stephen's friend Duane Brooks, who was with him the night he died, former Police Commissioner Lord Paul Condon and Police Commissioner Cressida Dick, and politicians Jack Straw and Theresa May. Never-before-seen footage and photos of Stephen will be shown on the documentary, as well as interviews with friends, family and neighbors. Episode 1 will look at the events leading up the murder of Stephen Lawrence and the police investigation that ensued. It will show how the suspects were left to walk free and a visit from Nelson Mandela promoting action. On top of that, it will explore Duane's troubles with the police in the aftermath of the attack. The opening installment will also how Doreen realized she had to take action after charges against the suspects were dropped. Stephen, the murder that changed a nation